Welcome to the Pickler Report. Wendy Pickler reporting. Before joining the Pickler Report, I was an investigative reporter with a network I cannot legally identify. While at that network, I uncovered an important story which they refused to report. So I left the network and created this site to bring that story unfiltered and uncensored to you. Hear now that story. The Pickler Report has uncovered substantial and alarming evidence that something is out there, and it's causing people to lose their grip on reality and common sense. In Berlin, a woman barely escaped with her life after trying to befriend a polar bear. In Los Angeles, a bank robber threatens a teller that if she doesn't hand over the money, he will, quote, "go get my gun and come back." And then there's Washington. The apparent cause of it all is a virus that lowers the victim's IQ. It's everywhere, and it's spreading like a plague. The moronic plague. Joining us from MIT to shed some light on the crisis is noted biologist Gerald Faraday. Dr. Faraday, you were among the first to identify the moronic plague?
Well, we don't use the term moronic plague. In fact, I think calling it that may be a tad irresponsible.
Where was the moronic plague originated?
It was initially discovered by my colleague, Dr. Bowden. He was decoding the genetic structure of the virus, but before he could finish, he himself was infected. But I understand he's very happy in his new career in the fast food industry.
Now, what can people do to prevent catching the moronic plague?
Until a vaccine is found, the best preventative is to consume healthy foods. For instance, I drink smart water. And we're not sure why, but it seems that research has found a certain resistance to the virus among people who are natural blondes. So you may have less cause for worry.
That is great. With us now is Secretary of Health, Richard Wilkins. Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Mr. Secretary, can you tell us what your department is doing to contain the spread of the moronic plague?
First, let me make it clear there is no such thing as a moronic plague. Therefore, all our efforts are focused on halting the spread of irresponsible fear-mongering by irresponsible reporters such as yourself.
Mr. Secretary, I have information that your department not only knows about the moronic plague virus, but that people who work in your department are actually infected.
Before you make any more allegations, I suggest you provide some proof.
And I would suggest you explain why you're not wearing any pants.
It's a hot day. The humidity's high. There was some chafing.
As you can see, our public officials are in denial at best, and at worst, they themselves are infected with the moronic plague. But the evidence is out there, and I pledge to bring you updates on a regular basis, but I'll need your help. We need evidence that shows people acting like morons, complete morons. If you know anyone who's infected with the moronic plague or have recordings of moronic behavior, please send them to us at thepicklerreport.com. Until next time, I'm Wendy Pickler, asking you to stay tuned, stay smart, and watch your brain.